Okay, hari ni kita singgah ke tempat buat kuku clock. Tempat ni berkaitan dengan di negara Jerman. Kita sebenarnya on the way ke Switzerland. Kita singgah ke tempat bilang buat kuku clock. Ini bangunan kuku clock yang terbesar di dunia. Kita tengah tunggu kuku clock berbunyi lah pukul 2. Masa tu berehat. Kuku clock ni dia berdekatan dengan kawasan yang tempat berlakon Twilight, Black Forest apa nama. So ni sebelum tu kita tengok ni lah tempat kilang dia buat kuku clock. Jom kita tengok mana dia buat proses buat kuku clock.
I show you a replica of the first ever clock made in the Black Forest. As you can see, it's made entirely of wood. It's got 3 wooden wheels, a round face, and just 1 hour hand. So which means that time you have to guess the time a bit, because there's 1 minute. And it's a 12-hour clock. It's wind up this way. So it takes 12 hours for the stone weights to go all the way down to the floor. And if you notice, the stone weight is balanced by this wooden beam. So this clock came about in the year 1640. And this was when the tradition of clockmaking started in this area. And it was started by farmers living here. Because in the winter time, in those days, it gets very cold, like minus 30 degrees. So they couldn't farm. They had to find another way of making money. So they started carving woods and making different parts. So around this period, 1640, there was no cuckoo, there was no sound. This is also known as the first generation clock. Over here, we have a replica of the second generation clock. We call this the shield clock. As you can see, it's shaped like a shield and also hand painted. And if you notice here, we have the minute end, we have metal weights instead of the stone weights, and we have the pendulum. This came about in the year 1740, and 20 years later, somebody put in the first cuckoo. So we had the first cuckoo in the shield clock in the year 1760. 9 o'clock equals 9 times. Okay, so here's another version of the second generation clock. Instead of the cuckoo, somebody decided to put up a figure, and we have a name for this. We call it the industrial tailor, or sometimes we call it the mother-in-law. There we have our, and there we are. He's encouraged, gently encouraged by his mother-in-law to work hard. One generation clock. Instead of the cuckoo, somebody decided to put up a figure, and we have a name for this in German. We call it the Knobelfresser. In English, it means the dumpling eater. There we have our, and there we are. He eats dumplings. And he's been doing that for a very long time, and it never gets bigger. So 10 o'clock is very hungry. Okay, so I'll move on to this one here. As you can see, it's got loads of decorations. So the way it works around here, we have different families carving different parts of the clocks. So we have some families carving parts like trees or animal parts like bear or birds. This one is a special one. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks to make, and it's been carved from 1 piece of wood. So here we have our once, and then we have 8 o'clock equals 8 times. And after that, we're going to have music. So one more thing you should know, when you see a cuckoo clock with 3 weights, this is got music. So we have 1 for the cuckoo, 1 for music, and 1 for timekeeping. So now I'll show you how we make the clocks. And one thing we have a lot here in the Black Forest is wood. This wood is called Lindenholz in German. In English, it's known as lime wood. In North America, it's known as basswood. It's a very soft wood, very good for carving. And after the trees are cut down, they left to dry for 4 years. And the reason why is because we can't use fresh wood for carving, we only use dry wood. Then it's further cut up into small pieces like this. Then we take metal patterns, we place it on the wood, and it's now spray painted. And after being spray painted, we have this pattern here. So this outline is now cut out using a sewing machine, and this is the only time we use a machine. Here's an example of the sewing machine used. And after being cut up, we have this shape here. So the carvers start working on the face. They use different tools like this, and they carve out different designs on the face. And here is an example of the carved face. And they also carve other decorations like birds and flowers attached onto the Black Forest. These 2 mechanisms are 1-day mechanism. 1 day means once in 24 hours we pull the chain down to wind the weights up. And these 2 here are 8-day mechanism. 8 day means once a week we pull the chain down to wind the weights up. And the ones with the round top is got music and dancing figures. And talking of the music, I'd like to show you the music box. This is the device we use to produce the music. And this is the only piece not made in Germany, it's made in Switzerland. And the reason why is because the company that makes it have a patent on it. And it works like a piano. When I turn the cylinder that way, well, you probably can't hear it because we need a surface to resonate the sound. So when I place it on wood, and wood is very good in vibration sound, and I turn it that way, then we hear it better. So the wood actually amplifies the sound. Okay, so now I'll show you the weights on the clock. When we see weights of this size on the clock, it means it's a 1-day clock, which means we wind it up once a day. When we see weights of this size on the clock, it means it's an 8-day clock, which means we wind it up once a week. And when we see...
Okay, kita dah tengok cara-cara pembuatan kuku clock. Jom sekarang kita tengah tunggu kuku clock ni berbunyi lah. Pukul 2 nanti. Kalau tengok jam tu nak dekat pukul 2 lah. So sini nanti kita akan tengok anak patung ni akan keluar daripada tingkat di atas tu. Dia akan menari dan mengeluarkan bunyi lah. Hidup depan. Nanti kuku clock akan keluar.
Tira a foto lá do coco, né?
Saiu, já fez pouco essa duas.
Tudo esse cara inventa. Sabe o que o movimento deles ali, né? Olha lá o pé, filho, só encostar no ônibus lá, tudo.